Cyclocross Magazine here with Craig Undem, our winner of the 55-59 category here at Cyclocross Nationals in Louisville. Could you tell me a little bit about your race, please?
You know, I decided to just come out as hot as I could and see what happened, and I got a couple guys were passing me early on, and then I think I was just gapping them off a little bit in the tricky stuff, and all of a sudden I had a little gap, and I go, well, let's double down, and just then I tried to get the gap open. They came back a little bit, and once I got out there, I was just kind of trying to be smooth and consistent, which is a nice place to be. That was my dream, is to have a little gap and kind of head out there and try to hold it. I kind of do better out front, so that was a dream come true.
Would you rather be chased than chase?
Yeah, I like going out front just because I can be not as having to react as much. I can just kind of pick my line and not be as influenced by others. So it was good for me.
Is it harder to meter your effort when you know that there's someone behind you?
It is a little bit, but for me, I kind of just like racing the course. Just seeing it, you know, just the game for me is, can I just find an extra second or two on each corner, a little smoother through here. So I'm just playing a game with the course. So in a way, it's fun to me to play the game. And then when other people are there, then I'm having to play more road tactics, which is fine. I've raced road, but it's better for me to just be smooth and have clear lines.
Prefer to just ride the course yourself?
Yeah, although it's fun in the Northwest. There's a lot of fast Masters guys, so I'm never alone. I'm always chasing somebody. All year I was chasing guys until today, and all of a sudden I'm with my age group, and I felt good.
And you'd mentioned off camera that you took a while off of racing. You raced in the past. Can you tell me a little bit about how the sport's changed?
Oh yeah, well, you know, the bikes have changed. The training's changed a lot with everyone on power, everyone kind of knowing what to do a little more. So it becomes more, the science is all there for everyone. So now it's kind of taking the art of how to kind of blend the science and the art together for each person. So that's kind of the secret sauce, I think, is the right amount of rest, the right amount of work, and not just following a plan. There's a million plans out there. So that's what's changed. Before there was no plans. Like we get these written plans from Paul Coakley that were just this weird esoteric number of hours to ride, you know. That's last time I raced in 97. It was basically 90, right when Cross was on its first zenith through the Super Cup. Lyle Ferguson and everyone put on these big US races. Thanks, Jason. That was just kind of word of mouth. Now with the internet, there was no cell phones then. It's like the whole world has changed. The information is so rich for everyone. So now it's a little bit more art because the science is so prolific. So that's kind of cool. And then the machines have got so much better. I mean, I was just loving it. Before, my brakes always chattered. I didn't really have brakes, so I'm used to being out of control. Now I get on a bike that has brakes, and it's like, oh, I can just rip it.
Does that change the way that you race the course?
Hey, Gunner, man.
Great
Good.
racing,
bro.
Yeah,
great racing. Thanks for keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, I could, and then I couldn't.
You were right there.
Yeah, right.
Here comes Gunner.
Yeah,
so thanks, man.
Long time coming.
Dude, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank you,
well
bro.
deserved.
Yeah, so.
Does that change the way that you can race?
What's that?
Does that change the way that you can race when you can stop?
Yes, it does. You can go way faster. And the out of control is a little bit more high risk because you're going that much faster. Like the wheels too, I'm running big wheels that are so fast. Like these bikes, it doesn't matter how can you corner at super high speeds. Before there was not that high speeds. Now it's like, okay, I'm doing 25, 30. Hey, thanks.
Worthy.
Good, man, good. How'd it go for you?
Fifth.
Nice.
I was happy with
Podium
that.
again, sweet.
Yeah.
So it's different, you know. It's a little higher. If you get sideways doing 25 miles an hour, it's a little different. But you can pull it back now, and the wheels and the brakes and the bike's so stiff. Like my bike is just fantastic. It can do. I'm still not pushing it to the limit. It's like there's still more there. I've only been on discs this year, and only on like a through axle this year, and I'm just starting to kind of get the confidence to just keep going. So it's cool.
And since you were racing in the past, how did you get into the sport? It wasn't nearly as big in North America then.
Well, I was road racing when it was only road back in the Le Mans era. So I was on. I got second in the U.S. in 1990 in the crit in Albany, New York with Lance Armstrong. So I'm back with the Lance era. And then I went mountain biking with Ned and Tomac. And then I did cross right when cross started. So I've just kind of been riding the wave and then took time off. So I've kind of got the background. What was the question again? I forget.
When you started racing cross, how did you find out about it? How did you get into it?
It kind of went from road and then mountain, and then the guys who racing mountain said, hey, you should try cross. And back then it was in Seattle. It was early, early era cross. There was like New England, Seattle, NorCal, and Colorado. And we would just all meet each year at nationals, and there was just one day of racing for the whole thing. And so it was kind of cool. It kind of came from mountain biking for me. And then it was just like try it on a mountain bike. And then the cross bikes, you couldn't even buy cross bikes then. You had to like modify an old road bike or get a super esoteric, European cross bike. So I kind of got started from right when it first started in the U.S., more or less. Not first started, like the second little wave. Yeah. My first cross race was probably 92.
And then you raced through and did Worlds?
And then I got, the super good year. I got on the Worlds team in 96, 97. Went over there, met Adam Meyerson, Tim Johnson, and Stu and the crew. And I actually brought a team. Dale Knapp and I brought a team there for 2 months. We raced all the big races in Europe as like the U.S. national team, and went to all the big races, and then went to Worlds. I was 96, 97. And then I quit. I was having some stomach problems, so I kind of had to quit. My body was starting to fail. And it turned out I had a wheat allergy.
Oh.
And this allergy, I started to kind of go downhill, so I quit and started coaching. And I kind of been just doing coaching and have a little studio in Seattle ever since.
And how'd you get back into it?
And junior team. So I started coaching the kids. And I was at all these races, like I might as well start racing again. And then after I went to Austin, was that 3 years ago? And at Austin I go, yeah, I'm just going to see what I can do. And so I started to get serious then. So I just keep trying to get serious the last 3 years. So it was really a junior team, and trying to, help the kids improve is what got me back into it. And they're so inspirational, man. They go so hard. The little kids just going until their eyes pop out. It's like, oh man, if they're doing it, I can do it. And come back again.
And you took it all the way to a national title.
All the way, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.